If the rumours are true, then Meghan Markle must be furious at Prince Harry for blocking her to his money. Could it be that the Prince Harry ATM is well and truly closed to Megsy? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because if the rumours are to be believed, then yes, the Prince Harry ATM is well and truly closed to Meghan Markle. She must be furious at Prince Harry for allegedly blocking her to his money. Now, thanks goes to Royally Sage at Sage1411 for sharing this blind item from Secondhand Coke. Again, with it being a blind item, do treat it with a large opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Make up your own minds, do your own research, all that malarkey. But yes, this is what Secondhand Coke is saying in this first blind item that I'm going to be sharing with you. And they say, no more than usual. The only change here with this batch of separation/divorce rumours is that the physical separation is playing out now before our very eyes. There are likewise all signs of financial separation, because rumour has it that Harry's not letting Meghan play with his money anymore. And Meghan's spiralling behaviour seems to confirm some big trouble in paradise. And Meghan's financial problems aren't even rumour anymore. The American Riviera Orchard Snafu, which if you ask me, Snafu should be Meghan's new brand name if she's ever again able to get it off the ground. And that seems very unlikely. Yeah. You see that little bit in the middle here? Because rumour has it that Harry's not letting Meghan play with his money anymore. Could it be that Prince Harry's ATM is well and truly closed, that Megsy is not getting her hands on any of his money anymore? Well, let's put it this way. Her more current project, American Riviera Orchard, or whatever the hell she's going to rename it, right, has just gone every single kind of wrong, okay? The whole launch was like a small little fart in the wind, if that, right? She hasn't launched anything since the brand came to existence in the last 6 months for public consumption, right? I've reported on this channel that allegedly investors are not happy with Megsy because she's not making any money for them through the brand. And then you've got the recent snafu, which is essentially the trademark office going back to Megsy and be like, try again, sweetie, but try harder next time. Oh, and by the way, you've got to rename your brand because you can't, copyright, trademark it, whatever. Like, no wonder Prince Hazard, if you're to believe this blind item, is looking at Megsy and thinking, Megsy, you're an absolute failure. You're wasting money at this point. You're not being a success whatsoever. Nah, you're not getting your hands on any of my money now. We are done. But guys, there is more. Again, thanks to Royally Sage at Sage1411, says here, so Harry is back to being cheap and not letting Rachel use his money to pay for her projects. Let's see how long that lasts. I am really thinking that we are seeing the beginning of the end when it comes to Megsy and Hazard's marriage. We're already seeing a literal physical, professional separation of the two. Hazard going on his solo tour, Megsy doing the galas on her own, this, that, and the other, right? So, yes, it does stand to have that kind of reasonable conclusion that not only are they physically separating on a professional basis, but potentially with their money as well. Oh, hell yeah. So, again, thanks to Secondhand Coke for these blind items. They're saying, here's the latest. First, Meghan has no legal right to any portion of an inheritance in the event of a divorce. But the last time Harry inherited his mummy's money, Meghan had him sink every penny into their joint ventures, garish homes, tax shelters, and very nebulous entertainment contracts, every one of which has since been broken. And so this first bit where they're saying Megxie has no legal right to any portion of an inheritance, there I believe they're referencing the Queen Mother's inheritance that has stood to gain once he turned 40 years old of reportedly £8 million. Now, the blind item continues saying, new scoop, upon information and belief, Harry is not letting Meghan near the Queen Mum's inheritance, if it exists. That's one reason why he's staying far, far away. I'm not even sure if he has inherited yet. If the Queen Mum left behind money for great-grandchildren, it's not a will, it is in a trust. Yeah, it will be. There are a lot of tax benefits to put it in a trust. In the UK, just for example, if you put money into a trust rather than a will, then it means you don't have to pay any inheritance tax. So there is that. So yeah, I do believe that any substantial money to be inherited in the royal family, they will put it in a trust. And whomever the blind item continues oversees the trust can tell Harry he may not receive funds until he completes rehab or divorces his wife or meets any number of conditions to inherit. This is at least how a trust works in the US. So if you're worried about leaving money to one of your kids in a will, he will not, use it away on illicit substances or collectible lightsabers. You make sure you leave it in a trust because you then have more control over how the beneficiary actually spends it when you leave money in a trust rather than in just a will. Now, going on to the next part of this, they say, anyway, regardless of whether Harry has inherited, is working to inherit, or isn't set to inherit shiz, the gossip is that Harry is back to being as much of a fiscal tightwad as Ebenezer Scrooge was prior to his 3 nocturnal holiday visitors. He is back to being one cheap mofo, which I can only believe to be a good sign. I mean, to be fair, better late than never, but as soon as they left the royal family, they should have had this mentality straight away. They really, really should have. Better late than never. He definitely drunk the Megxie Kool-Aid there, didn't he? The blind item continues. Before Harry wanted to bleach the very butt from whence came Megxie's best ideas and gift demands, he spent as he was told. Now, everyone reports that Harry is back to being the cheap SOB he was before Meghan. A quick inventory of how often and how long the gossip I've shared here has been right. So not only has my straight year of reporting that these a-holes are not living together come into fruition, my 9 months of reporting here that no one was working with Megxie, neither to film nor to air that cooking and lack of friendship infomercial. So, yeah, I mean, to be fair, when you look at, that they're not living together, seriously, and I mean, I reported it on this channel, and many other Megxit YouTubers have reported it on their own channels. It was only last year that reports came out that Hazza had a spare kind of hotel room at the San Vicente bungalows that he could go to wherever he wanted to get away from Megxit and the children, even though they've got, a 13-bedroom house, 8-room bathroom house. He could be on the other side and be so far away from Megxit, right, of Montecito Royale. But no, reportedly, he has a hotel room at San Vicente Bungalows that he can escape to whenever he wants to get away from Megxie and Hazza. Now, they've denied it. San Vicente Bungalows have denied it. However, it's plausible deniability because part of the rules of being a member at the San Vicente Bungalows is that you don't talk about it, you don't talk about who's there, you don't speak to anyone that's there. It's all under secrecy. So he could still have a room there, but there's plausible deniability because of San Vicente Bungalows secrecy rules surrounding, their membership, this, that, and the other, right? But the blind item continues. In July, confirmed the infomercial was off and that the American Riviera Orchard brand wasn't going forward. I also reported that the Netflix contract was being non-renewed in 2025. A lot of us have been saying the same thing with that as well, that Netflix are just not going to renew, that it's been one of their worst deals in their history. In August, the above was proven when she found out and the whole world learned that she effed up the trademark. That Netflix is non-renewing in 2025 is now all over mainstream mainstream news. I reported last weekend that Megxie was NFL'd to the Children's Hospital and had to be escorted out via a side door. Heard some newer scoop today that one reason for that escort out, other than not having been invited, having had no one buy a seat and not having bought her own seat, was out that she was, here we go, and again, blind item, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. She was out of her mind on, let's say, white snow there for YouTube Human Reviewer, making her escort out of the event occur even more expeditiously than it would have otherwise. I mean, I guess I'll add allegedly here, but here, Secondhand Coke is saying it's not really necessary. I feel like I've reported some other now proven gossip that's not coming to mind now. Remind me if so. Either way, I'll keep my ears to the streets. And so, yeah, coming around full circle here, we are seeing publicly, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, the cracks now between Megxie and Haz are really beginning to show and really, really being obvious that as far as we're concerned, not all is well at Montecito Royale, and that not only are they physically separating on a public basis, but again, if this blind item is to be believed, they're also separating now on a financial basis as well, as this blind item is literally saying that Hazard is now blocking Megxie to his money. He is not letting Megxie get her hands on any more of his money. The Harry ATM is well and truly closed to Megxie. So when you've got a situation where you see that on a public stance, they're physically separating, going solo, doing their own thing, and then you see these rumors of a financial separation, how long do you think it's going to be now until we get that announcement of divorce? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video. Did Meghan Markle leak the story of the Prince William cheating rumours that have been debunked? A royal expert is claiming this and so much more. That video will be released in the next couple of hours. If you don't want to miss that or any more of my other future videos, and you really don't want to, then make sure on your way out you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, because I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that go play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about this blind item with Prince Harry closing his ATM so Megxie can't get any more of his money, and I bet you got some thoughts about that, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.